Ernest Langdon from Langdon Tactical here, and I'm out on the range training, practicing for a class that I have next week. Going up to California to teach a class for all law enforcement, and what that means is I need to transition back to a full-size gun from my carry gun, the PX4 Combat, back to my Wilson Combat Brigadier Tactical. And I love this gun, but it's maybe not a gun I want to carry concealed all the time, but a great duty gun. And I'm going back to a SLS retention holster, Safariland 6280, because my students are all going to be carrying retention holsters, therefore I need to be drawn from a retention holster. So that being said, a couple things. I want to give you some tidbits that maybe will help you with the consistency of your draw stroke. Now the first thing we want to understand is we don't want to be, when we get nervous or think that we may need our gun, defeating any of those retention devices ahead of time. We need to keep everything locked up and buttoned up until we absolutely need it. So what that means is I want to develop a good, consistent draw stroke. Couple of things that I can do to help me with that. First of all is I want to develop a good solid touch index of exactly where my hand needs to go on the gun to make sure that I can draw that gun quickly. What I'm looking for is to know exactly where my thumb needs to be on the back of that SLS hood so that I can defeat that hood and get the gun out very quickly. The other thing I want to do is develop maybe a couple ready positions that put me in a situation where I can have a more consistent draw. So, two things we can do. One is the nervous ready, meaning hand is on the gun already touching that touch index. So if I need that gun, I can draw it very, very quickly. And the other one is develop a touch index with the forearm of your hand. If you start getting a little bit nervous, you can go to the careful ready and go ahead and touch the gun with my arm, giving me that touch index and allowing me to know exactly where I need to be. Okay, so now let's run this on the timer a couple of times and see what we can do. We've got a steel target set up here at about 10 yards. It's a big BC zone, so I should be able to push it pretty good on time. Okay, let's start with the nervous ready, hand on the gun. Got an 88 there. Let's see if we can do a little better. .74, that's about as fast as I can go. So let's try it a couple of times with that arm touch index we were talking about. .97, I'll try one more time. And that's an 89, and 89 is about as good as I'm going to get from a retention holster, even with that touch index at this distance. Guys, go out there, give this a try, train hard, be safe, and we'll see you next time.